I don't know if it'll make the podcast, though, because if your answer is bad, then or negative, as in, like, it's not what I think, then... Well, you should probably ask this question. I thought it was me.
No, it's me.
Oh.
He just pointed.
He's going to make us do it again. I did a head thing.
I heard her a little...
This is where we weren't meant to do a podcast.
Oh, dang it. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry.
Got it.
Done.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, there we go.
So
It works.
click on that.
It's short and to the point.
Welcome to another episode of the Canocla Chatter.
I'm Leah.
And I'm Tim.
And today we talked to Mark and Mo, recent transplants from El Cerrito or the San Francisco area on their return or move back to Caldwell and their big project at the Carnegie Library.
It was a great conversation. We covered a ton of topics. Stay tuned.
Thank you both for being here today. I think most people probably know you in Caldwell, but introduce yourselves.
Well, everybody in Caldwell calls me Mo, so my name is Mo. Mo Brown.
Mo Brown.
Or Mad Dog Brown.
But what's your full name? Because it is
I
very
really like
official
your-
and I
yeah.
like it.
My full name is Morrison Douglas Brown.
A.K.A.
With
Samuel.
an E, a.k.a. Samuel's stepson.
Yeah. I love it.
And I'm Samuel Jackson's partner, Mark.
And you are the reason he's here. So you have to give us the Caldwell tie. Give us your whole family tree. Just kidding. Not the whole thing. That's a lot.
I grew up here and was here for my first 19 years and then moved away for 40 years. The reason we're back here is when my mom moved in with my sister, I came home for my 40-year high school reunion, and I didn't think about having to get a place. I kind of showed up like I always have. I was just dragging my suitcase around with no place to go.
Because everything was booked.
Everything's booked. I was here at homecoming.
So it was at that time you didn't plan on retiring or living here. It was just going to be like your second home or vacation spot?
Yes.
Yeah. Originally, it was just I need a place to come and have a place to stay when I get here, and then for our family to get together because we had no family gathering spot.
It was the gateway house. He always knew he was going to move back here. You didn't know.
Did you have an
He's
idea?
gonna move back with me here. you got to pinch me. I don't know if I'm still here yet.
How hard was it to let go of San Francisco?
Very hard.
Yeah.
Very hard.
It was difficult to
I
move
bet.
there.
For both of you, I
mean. It was difficult. We had a beautiful home there with a beautiful garden and a view for days.
You guys could actually see the Golden Gate from your
I
guys'
can
window,
see the
right?
front of San Francisco, the Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz, people with their boats, Berkeley, and I can see the Bay Bridge.
Yeah, I could lift my head up from my bed and look out and see Golden Gate Bridge.
I love
Yeah.
that. And your garden. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was kind of a walled garden, a little secret garden in the back, and the lady who had lived there before us was a gardener. So the soil was really good, and there's some legacy plants.
Yeah,
there.
look, he's like, oh.
So how long did you live in San Francisco?
I moved out there in '93, so it would be 30 years.
And you're originally from?
I was born in San Francisco.
Okay, very
When they
nice.
tell everybody, all the foreigners to get out of San Francisco, I'll be there turning off the lights. I was born there in San
But you're
Francisco
also
General
military.
Hospital.
You're military, so you're all over.
Yeah.
Well, he says, was I born there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you had built quite a community. Your family was there. Your
Yep.
whole life, everything.
And we made our own family, not just your blood family, right? Your
my
friends
blood
who
family
become
was there.
family. Your blood
Yeah.
family was there, but and I was part of his family. It was really nice. That was one of the reasons I was attracted to him. He had family.
That was the only reason?
No,
I met in the bar and he says, I like family. You're it?
No.
like a good
That's
fit.
why you were a keeper. That's why you were a keeper because I missed my family,
Oh, yeah.
and it was important to have family.
I thought it was love at first sight. Now is I miss my family.
Well, I did. So.
Okay. Coming out here, why did I give the San Francisco up? I don't know if you ever heard of the train. So Mark was there for 40 years. We weren't together for 40 years. But when we got married, he stayed in Caldwell until my mother passed away. I mean, in San Francisco until my mother passed. And so once she passed, my anchor that kept me in the Bay Area was gone because she was that anchor. Now I'm just a drifting boat. So I thought about it when he said that he wanted to move back in the Purple House here. So I always put it this way. Gladys Knight had a famous song called "Midnight Train to Georgia." If my man can't be with me in my world, I'm gonna get on that train to be with him in his world. So he wanted to come back, so I had to get my butt on that train because I wasn't. We're yin and yang, two old horseshoes together, separately. Goodwill wouldn't want us, so I got on that train and left, and here I am. So,
and my mom is about to celebrate her 100th birthday.
yeah, he wanted
She
to come
is.
home. Yes,
Yeah, 2 more days.
two more days.
Oh,
She'll be
2 more.
on
Okay.
days.
Yeah, and I've been coming back a lot more often because I was, you never know.
So can you explain, because the Carnegie Library, it's not just like buying a house. So what is that?
Well, you want to take that?
So after all was said and done, I think Leah said, "What about
Leah
what she-
Summerall.
Yep, City Leah.
Yeah, she showed us the Carnegie Library, and I said, no, no,
it
hell
was
to
rough.
the no. It was,
It looks good. It looks. Actually,
if you like bones,
Yeah.
no,
Structure.
But the
Got nice brick.
Well,
right,
we
right,
had-
got nice bricks.
we
Oh,
had the
didn't even have that.
inspector. We did
Oh,
have
yeah,
the
you guys had to
inspector,
fix
and he
all
goes,
of that.
He goes, okay, this is a lot better place. You
Right, it
know,
has a lot of solid bones to it, but the rest of the stuff looked like,
Yeah.
oh gosh.
I remember
yeah.
that basement.
So anyway,
Yeah. It was.
So-
Well, there was what. The bricks on the outside. I think everybody in town had been driving by this every year. I'd come home, and I drive by it, and it's like, oh gosh, it looks so sad.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everyone was kind of wishing somebody would do something.
and so
Or
Leah
we would
said,
have enough money to tear it down.
well, they were going to tear it down
I
eventually.
thought so.
Right, because, it was,
I think the school
So-
needed parking.
Even though,
Wait,
sorry.
go ahead.
It is a national.
It's
Is
on
it a
the-
national
the
landmark?
Historical Society.
Okay.
The
Historic
Historical
Registry, yes.
Society,
Okay.
don't you know?
Yes.
So
makes
Leah gave us an offer that he couldn't refuse with the proviso that we fix it up.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Yeah, but as long as we don't just sit on it.
right, sit on it and do and so we did fix it up. And
Yeah.
fixed it up and fixed it up and fixed
It
it
kept
up.
going.
And kept going.
Well, it
and I
was
was
a-
looking
it
at my
was-
bank account. It kept going lower
Yeah.
It
and
was,
lower
it was
and
a
lower.
lot larger project than what
than
we
he thought.
had originally thought we were going to do.
Yeah, but me, I'm the type of person. If I get my word, I'm going to do something. I'm going to do it.
Do it right.
So and that's what I did. We
Yeah.
did. We fixed it up and got it ready.
And I have to
So-
give props to
Nice.
Mo. He was emptying his retirement, not our joint retirement. He was emptying
Yeah.
his retirement to do this.
Yeah.
The town of Caldwell appreciates you.
Yeah, we
Mo.
really do. You guys have put the walking park, which I didn't know that was planned. Isn't that?
Yeah, I wanted it to be
Isn't that what
public
it's gonna be
area.
called now?
The walking park.
That's what somebody's
Well,
told me.
it's a
Walking
public garden. is
Walking
what I would-
garden
yeah,
or-
yeah.
So that means we have the right to sit on those benches anytime we want. Is that what that
Catch
means?
us out there. We will.
well, so
Having tea.
so
No,
so-
Mark wants it to be open, so if they want to come in and enjoy it, and I'm
It's
gonna have
always
my
been
little
that way.
sign. This is your place, as long as you take care of it. But
Yes.
then I see how some people, just do what
Yeah.
they want and don't pick up their this or that.
There's those
But
people,
just
yeah.
just
there
take
were
care
a
of
few
it.
fireworks.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
were,
right.
and
Don't worry
littered the
about
whole
that.
area.
Yeah, I don't care.
They're gone.
So I remember when I think would it have been last year? You were still working on it. Would it have been? How long has this project been?
2.5 years.
3 years. isn't
They're
it?
almost well.
This is
since
when
the
you were
time
deciding
right.
the windows.
Oh,
And I thought, you
right.
are crazy. Hats off to you that you were going to redo all of those windows, but I think
Yeah,
you might have changed.
well, so I was like, I wanted to continue to have the wooden double hung windows. I was like, because one thing on the national, if you're doing it by the books, you have to rebuild those windows. And so I went out to.
Are you required?
If you were taking their money,
It's to keep it as.
if you were taking their money, then they would make you do it that way. And I got a quote on that. And it was $2,600 per window.
Oh.
Times 32.
Times 36.
Oh my gosh.
So, everything was times
Wow.
36. So everything looked real expensive, no matter what you did. It's
Everybody
like
can't
times
see. I'm
36.
rolling my eyes.
Yeah.
on that.
They can see.
At one point, you talked about doing stained glass in them,
Well, yeah.
or is that still a plan?
Well, we have stained
Glass
glass
in there now.
that's on the
Okay.
inside.
Okay.
But we ended up replacing all the sashes.
Okay.
and putting on energy efficient sashes. But we kept they call 9/1, so 9 lights, which is the little panes, 9/1. So the top pane is 9 squares, the bottom has 1. So maintained it that way. So we keep that same look. To me, it's real important that it didn't change that part. But they are double pane. They're instead of like a French window where there's those little mullions, they have to clean every little square. Those are on the inside between the 2 panes. So
nice.
You can clean them much easier that way.
That is.
And I didn't understand what a mullion was, or
I've learned a lot of things about old buildings.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, like the brick. That was the first thing we had to do.
You had to take out all of the.
Basically, about an inch to inch and a half of mortar between every brick had to be grounded out.
The whole building.
The entire building.
Okay. Whoa, why?
Because
it was just gave out, or
after 100 years, the mortar gives out. It was back then they used lime-based mortar, and the bricks were softer, and so we had to replace probably about 150 bricks on it because they were cracked or broken, and then the mortar had to be made in the old style using lime like they did in 1911 because the mortar that they make now is harder than the bricks, and it would break the bricks.
Wow.
And that's what in the 70s, they didn't know this, and they'd put mortar in, and that's why we had to replace about 150 bricks because those bricks were broken from the mortar.
My favorite, I mean, probably everybody in town, is the deck.
Oh, the deck. Don't edit this out.
First off, so we had when we were first thinking about this, I called up Rick Odemiller. I need to find out. I need somebody that I can trust to work on it. So I called him up and I said, Rick, is this something that you could do? We're thinking about redoing the library, and I need somebody that can work on that. And he agreed to that. So he and Trish,
people,
have been excellent, and it's a good balance. Trish has the artistic sensibilities, he has the construction sensibilities, and those two together for an old building that needed to retain a lot of the character, you need both because you don't want to just rip everything out.
We were staying at the Bowlanders out there in Bluff City, the big, beautiful Bluff City, and they have a lot of acres.
Yeah, right.
We're staying out there, and so we had dinner on their deck, and I said, "This is what I want." And I said, "Who built this deck?" And Steve says, "He did." So something clicked in my head. I said, "Steve, why don't you build our deck around the Taj Mahal Hilton Annex because the Odemillers were busy, so, and I wanted to all come together so Mark's mother can be in. So he looked at it. Mark and Steve drew it out how they was going to do it, and I was amazed when I saw that deck. It was amazing how it fits around and wraps around and it painted.
Yes.
Well,
his
wife and myself, we did the design on the painting. But it was
nice.
He is great and a good friend, and he has skills.
Yeah, we saw. He also builds guitars, and we saw that the detail-oriented nature of building a guitar with a little inlaid wood at the front, and I'm like, wow, he's very meticulous.
And it looks, beautiful. Just little details like of how you guys made the wood go different ways and how it met. It just, I've heard so many.
Yeah, one of the things that we added was there's that white band that goes around the building, and we made sure that the white band was at the same level, continued to the deck all the way around, back connected to both sides again. And
I think another reason why people liked it is because that was the one thing that, there was little updates on the inside, but that's the one thing that people would drive by and see, constantly changing. And and then they would be wondering how you guys were going to cover the stairs or how you guys are going to work that into it. And it's just awesome.
I did want to hit on the Odemillers just a little more.
Okay.
Because I know you said originally you wanted to have them on here, and I was like, wow, we're full because we only have 4. But how did that really help your experience, or do you think that really helped having Rick and Trisha Odemiller with On the Border Construction because you already had that trust, so you could still live away and know that everything was being taken care of or communicated well?
Okay, I'll take the first part. With the Odemillers, I didn't know them at all, and so when I first met Trish and Rick, I was drawn to both of them. They were just easygoing. Wasn't what my stereotype what they would be. But the one thing I told Trish and Rick, you guys started as friends, and after this construction over, I want you to be friends. And that was the one thing I said about picking them as the contracting person. And Mark can tell you why he picked the Ola Millers.
Well, are they friends?
Yeah.
Still?
Well, so Rick and I graduated together.
Oh yeah, he was.
So we're in the same class. So I've got to know Trish a lot through. She worked on my mom's house, and so I trusted them, and they were good communicators to a point. We always kept touch, and found out what was going on. They were our eyes and ears. I
was completely comfortable. I said, okay, we're in good hands with those two, so I don't have to worry. So, and I didn't. When we come back, I don't think we had a big issue at all about money or design. Well, Trish did tell me my mauve. Well, how I wanted to go down and paint the downstairs mauve. Right. Oh, right. And she says, no, Morrison, I don't think that's going to work. So, right.
That's one thing. Tricia had that artist sensibility.
Yeah.
We had pictures of reference of, okay, this is something that kind of the look we would like, this color. And then she would take it and she goes, well, okay, I'm going to, as we put it on, we need to make a change because it doesn't look quite right with this to it. And so her artistic sensibility was very important for us.
I agree with that.
And like on the plaster on the inner wall, it's a lot of pock marks and not even from that age. So she textured it all.
Rick, on the other hand, he liked heavy metal. I came down there and there's heavy metal going down, where music, and I said, "Where is this coming from?" And here, Rick, you'd never have thought that Rick liked heavy metal, but then I think that was the time I really got to know Rick. I said, "This guy's okay if he likes heavy metal." So, so it was all good, and we're still good friends today.
Good.
Okay. I was just curious about your perspective. So you grew up here. Mm-hmm. You moved here. You lived in San Francisco or El Cerrito. And then moving here, you've always had ties. I feel like Caldwell is one of the more welcoming communities, or just a welcoming community. I don't know. There just seems to be more of a welcoming atmosphere. Do you feel that? I'm asking you and also you, because moving back is different than visiting. Because visiting, you'll just see the people that you're here to visit and experience what you want to experience and leave. Sometimes you don't get all that other great stuff.
I'll answer it this way for me, being that I was the only black guy in the town until Kirk came. If I did not feel welcoming here, I would have never moved here, period. I could have said, no, I'm not going. And Mark he wouldn't have gone, but no, I felt that I've been very welcome here. I've been coming here for 26 years, so no matter how.
And that's pretty consistent through your.
Pretty consistent. As I say, I don't live around or go around negativity or racism and all that. I've worked all my life to build what I have. I'm not pretentious or anything like that. So I like the home style. Just yesterday, people brought tomatoes to me, the cucumbers. I got fish. There's a lot of things that I don't get. I would not have moved here if I felt unwelcome.
I love hearing that.
Yeah, me too.
Have you felt welcomed?
Let me put a perspective. Growing up was a different experience. Coming back was a positive experience. I'll put it that way because that was many years ago, and there's a different attitude then. And I think the town has progressed in a good way. Yes. And because there was a time in my life where I had to, quote, forgive Caldwell, the people of Caldwell. Because
not all the people.
No, well, I'm not just saying a good majority. I didn't feel comfortable being myself back when I was a kid. But I loved Caldwell. And so I said, okay, I'm going to forgive Caldwell. And from that point on, it was never an issue. It was all in my head.
Well, let me put it in a different way. Mark's always the diplomat. And he's talking about the gay issue, basically. And my theory on that is, in Caldwell or any place, I really don't care what you think of me. If I'm gay, if I'm different politically or socially, I don't give a damn. However, if you come to me, treat me with respect, I will treat you with respect. How I live, let other people judge that. I don't want to bring religious into it, but I always tell them, God doesn't make mistakes. And then when we get up there, I'll let him sort it out. You're not going to sort it out for me.
That's right
now. So, and everybody I've met, you're okay with me. We were in a shop in Wellington, and the lady says, "So I know you from." It was a guy who says, "You Wellington?" I said, "I'm gay." He paused and he says, "And," it's like, well, that doesn't make any difference. Let's move on, So that's how I feel around here. People who don't like me won't be around me. That's all I can say. But if I go to your shop and give you my money, just like everybody else give you, it's not gay money. It's greenbacks. So, but I haven't experienced with that yet. So I'm not gonna look forward to it, and I don't expect to get it.
But have you found the beauty in the wheat fields and the?
Well, there's beauty in everywhere that you go, and I think the beauty of the people is more important. I have not had a negative encounter since I've been here in Caldwell because one, I don't look for it. I'm a positive person, so I just kind of migrate where I see. I don't know. This first time I met you, and I say you're positive.
Is it the first time we've met?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, and I literally did
and
not
I don't
even
remember
introduce
you,
myself.
but
we've met
we met once. So I just go around the positive people. The negativity, I just don't. I just don't get it. Don't go around it.
That's such a Caldwell thing that I already thought we met.
Yeah.
It's funny though. We have more of a social life here.
Yes,
because we get together more with people here.
They know us more.
And there are things going on here.
Yeah, well, he was just in the play and all that, so.
That was so much fun. In fact, there was a couple that came, they were walking through town, and they were at the post office, and I ran into them at the post office. They wanted to see the mural. And then I think it was Carla came up, and she was mimicking my dance at the play. And they were like, "What's that about?" I said, "Oh, well, I was in a play." She goes, "Oh, you have community theater here. How nice."
And he invited them over to the house.
Yeah.
And they came through.
They came over and they toured the house, and they just happened to be. They got off the highway for a little bit and came to Caldwell. I think it's hard to get across the uniqueness of Caldwell. I think it's hard to describe that. It is something that you almost have to experience. And I always think homecoming is probably the closest thing that you can. If you come in and experience homecoming, you will see how Caldwell can be. And I wish that more people would come here that aren't from Caldwell to enjoy homecoming, and just they would be part of the homecoming. And it would, that acceptance, I think, would be a positive influence on their mindset of what a small town could be.
And conversely, Mark, because he's come from a small town, he didn't know anything about black people. He didn't know. All he saw that was on TVs that they probably do this or that, something bad. They're probably on some type of drugs and lazy. But that's just anyway, yeah. So that's the mindset that people who comes from small countries we thought come small towns. So by him coming, learning that all black people do have education, can get a job, been working, and so his perspective on my culture, what my mother and my siblings put on him, impacts the way he talks about to you guys, and so
it kind of goes back to your yin and yang, because like he came into your world
and I came into his world. Yes, and I think that really works good because he can come back and say, well, this place, wait till you meet Mo, wait till you see him, because I was still working at the time when he was coming back. So, and then when I came back, I said, "How do you know me?" He says, "On Facebook." I said, "I'm not on Facebook, but yes, I am on Facebook."
Yeah,
he's on Facebook.
Surprise!
Right? Yeah. So my eyes have been opened. So now I'm non-judgmental, really.
Well, and it was I've been connected to this community through Facebook. I started the Facebook page for Caldwell 15, 16, 17, I don't know how long ago it's been, many years ago. And that was to keep in touch. to see what's going on. And that was the original plan of it. It morphed into a whole lot more.
Yeah.
Which I'm very proud of it. There's over 6,000 people in there now.
Well, thank you so much for your time today and being here. I can't wait to see your space, both floors, because I'm looking forward to that carpet on the stairs, actually. I hope it's still there.
Oh, no.
It's gone?
No, it's
I
different.
thought we all voted for that.
I thought it was an automatic vote.
You were voted off the
Dang
island.
it.
Okay. Well,
we vetoed
We're
that.
excited.
I'm sure it's beautiful, and I just can't wait to continue to be now basically neighbors and see you out and about.
It's modern, but low school.
No,
You'll see it. When are you going to come over?
We're very proud of the place.
Right
We're
after
very
this?
proud of the
Oh,
place.
hey. Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.